Today's lesson is on expanding and factoring. We're going to start with expanding. Now, what does this mean? This means we're going to learn about the distributive property. The distributive property explains how we can multiply a number times the numbers inside a bracket. So, for example, if I had 2 times 1 plus 3, I would follow BEDMAS rules and do 2 times 1 plus 3 is 4, which is equal to 8. Distributive property shows you that if you multiply each term inside the bracket by the term outside the bracket, you will get the same thing. 2 times 1 is equal to 2, and then 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. And it's the same thing. Now, why am I showing you this? Because when we get to algebra, if I say x times x plus 2, then what I need to do is multiply these two together, which gives me x squared, and these two together, which gives me 2x. I can't add these together like I did here because they are not like terms, and therefore we cannot use BEDMAS in the same way. I mean, we are always using BEDMAS, but in this case you cannot add these two terms together. So this is what we do, and using the distributive property we can get our answer. Now let's complicate it a bit more. Let's put 3x, x squared minus 4x minus 2. And so if you look at this, now we've got a monomial times a trinomial. And we must multiply every term here by every term in the inside of the bracket. So 3x times x squared, you have to remember your power rules. X times x squared is x cubed. And this is as though there's a 1. So you're multiplying 3 times 1, which is 3. We don't always put the 1 there. That's x cubed. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, and x times x is x squared. 3 times negative 2, negative 6, and then there's no other x here, but there's one here. And there you have it. Okay? And so that's how you would expand this. Now, once you've learned how to do monomial times any polynomial, the next step is to do 2 binomials, okay? And so when we do 2 binomials, it's a bit different. So let me just show you again how it would work. If I had 2 plus 4 and 3 plus 2, you would say we need to do the brackets first, and we would have 2 plus 4 is 6 times 3 plus 2 is 5, and the answer is 30. Now, if I were to show you how this works using another method, and I'm going to prove to you it's the same answer, so I will write this again. And this time what I will do is multiply all these numbers by these ones too. So 2 is multiplied by 3, gives you 6. 2 is multiplied by 2, that's 4. 4 is multiplied by 3, that's 12, and 4 is then multiplied by 2, that's 8. And so what you can see here is 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 12, 22, plus 8 is also equal to 30. So this method works, and this method works. This is quicker, obviously, when we have numbers, but we're going to introduce some variables now and see how this works. X plus 2 times x plus 4. And so what you would do is multiply these two together first, and that gives you x squared. X times 4 plus 4x. 2 times x plus 2x. And 2 times 4, that would be plus 8. And then what we would do is collect like terms. And so that would equal x squared plus 6x plus 8. This is called the FOIL method. And the reason why it's called the FOIL method is because what FOIL stands for, I will write it down here. Okay. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. And I'll show you how that works. So for example, let's do another example. And so we're doing the FOIL method. So if I have x plus 1 times x minus 3. So what I'm saying basically is what I've said before, is multiplying every term in this bracket by every term in that bracket. But this way here, these are the first terms, so that's your f. Okay, and we get x squared. Okay. O is the outer. This is on the outer, and this is on the outer. That's your O, outer. That was your first. So that gives us negative 3x. Okay. And then inner is these two. So that would be inner. And that's plus x. And then these ones are the last terms in each bracket. And so the L is for last. And that would be negative 3. Always collect like terms and simplify, and this would give you negative 2x minus 3. Okay, so basically what we're doing is expanding by multiplying. So what we did was expand, and by expand means we've multiplied these together and got this expression. The multiplying of two binomials will give you a trinomial. And what this is called is expanding, which I've said before. And the opposite, going the other way, which is what we were going to learn today, is called factoring. Factoring means I am given an expression like this, and what I want to do is find the factors that got me this expression. So it would be this way. What are the factors that will give x squared minus 2x minus 3? Factoring will bring us to the original question here.